really such a unique little character. It's mesmerizing. Anyway, I forgot the question.
One more week till Pabu. That's all I'm going to start off with.
Woo!
One
Pabu!
more week. One more
Pabu!
week till Pabu.
Oh my God!
Hey,
we're
Jerry.
So close.
Hi,
hey,
buddy.
How you doing?
Oh my God!
Hi.
Today it's like it's ecstasy. I can't even believe what we got today.
Nothing of note. Nothing of note has been happening.
Nothing
in Star
incredible.
Wars. Nothing to have us react like this that I just added, like without even telling you.
Please, sir or madam, will you read my book? It took me years to write. Will you take a look? It's based on a novel by a man named Lear, and I need a job, so I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. It's 1,000 pages, it will take a few. I'll be writing more in a week or two. I can make it longer if you like this style. I can change it around, and I want to be a paperback writer. Paperback writer. Paperback writer.
I had no idea if it was that one or the Mandalorian one. So it was a 50-50 shot because I found it on my computer. It was like, oh, I need to upload that to this show, to the vertical. That's me too, buddy. Me too.
I love that one because I never realized Pasquale, like, he sings so that one version very hard with his accent. He's like, paperback writer. It's like, no, first of all, what a day. Obviously, I'm not kidding when I say Mando went so hard. Like, I woke up to a barrage of text from Jerry. He's like, it's just a great day. It's just like, it's just perfect. Like, this is perfect. It's perfect. But let's get into it. The Outpost, I didn't know this was going to be a Crosshair-centric episode. I had no idea. So I was delightfully surprised by that experience. And to know that something interesting is going on now in his head, which
something
genuinely
thrills me,
Jerry.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. What's going on? Look at this. We got wonderful people in here. We got Pete and the restaurant incident, the lunch incident, as he called it, where someone got a little grumpy. Let's be honest.
Got a case of the Mondays.
And then we
got
did
a case
get
of
our
the
food.
Mondays.
I get it. We got a little grumpy there. And that's why I love Pete. And that's why I love how we're all like, and Chris's comments are the best. But no, I'm glad to see you here, Trey. It is an S tier day, Sean. I love you, Sean. It is an S tier. But oh my God, took an hour to get drinks. This is gonna be Pete's like his mantra from now on. We'll like we'll join him. Like
Pete is turning into Larry David before our very eyes. It took an hour to get drinks.
Oh, that was good. So
thank you.
So
it's more Larry David. It's more Larry David as what is it? Who does he? Oh my God, Bernie Sanders. It's Larry David is Bernie Sanders. Pete playing Larry David. Playing Bernie Sanders. That's who that was. I'm 3 levels deep right now. Anyway,
we're 5 minutes in and haven't talked about this episode yet.
Welcome,
dude. So start off with Crosshair, and immediately, bruh, I hated that Imperial officer. Immediately, dude, he was like, We don't want any what do you
He
call
looked
it?
like he made his effing helmet. Like it didn't even look like he made it out of paper mache. It didn't even look like a real like. It's like, I mean, it's like, oh, it's a proto helmet. Listen. I feel like we've had that helmet in the Clone. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sure.
I feel like in the Clone Wars we had like a more like proto. And he's just like, yes, I am a commander. He just put on his Columbia parka.
Good
and everything,
Lord.
and slapped some plastoid armor on. It was like, yes, I'm a commander. I've got to go. Maybe the real armor was what they were protecting.
Maybe the real armor is the friends we made along the way. You know
maybe
what I mean?
the real armor is yes.
So we get this. What was his name again? I'm sure you remember.
Sean. It's giving me Dark Helmet vibes.
Dark Helmet. Yo,
yes.
That's amazing.
That's good.
My boy was a total piece of shit, though. That guy was
man.
Asshole.
Complete Aryan asshole.
Oh, that dude is not a vibe.
Oh man, he was he is like the epitome of I don't even know, man. Like just like the worst parts of the Empire. It's like they took all of the stuff that you've seen that you're like, oh, the Empire bad, and put them into a person.
The singular dude.
Just make them make the ideals of the Empire incarnate. And it was Lieutenant Nolan.
This dude,
Lieutenant Nolan was this guy.
Thank God his name wasn't Lieutenant Nola, because that would have ruined the city.
No,
the city that I love. It wasn't. He was the furthest thing from New Orleans. I can tell you that much. That man was awful when he was like, "We need to any what do you call them? Used parts?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That honestly, that Imperial officer is a guy who thinks that Tucker Carlson's making some good points. That's who that Imperial officer is. I'm just saying.
That's really good. That's honestly gold.
Well, listen. Lieutenant Nolan is he's the one who's going to invite you to his cousin's yacht, right? Right, but he's not going to let you go below deck. Like you can't go below deck. No. That's
not
Lieutenant Nolan.
No. And like the whole entire
use a coaster.
Look, and you know what? That was interesting. I wanted to bring this up. I know Hala Chronicles speculated heavily last year on the Crosshair Dengar thing, and then this guy had the whole bandage straps too. But like the intro of Mayday was nice because like they didn't even know what the cargo was they were carrying the entire time they were there for 36 cycles. So isn't that like 2 years or something crazy? Like isn't well, I guess we don't know a planet how their rotation works, but like it's got to be a couple of months, because why would they put TK? Why would they put TK armor on that base? It's the one plot I didn't get. Can you explain that to me, or maybe I missed something? Like
I might have missed something too. So is it how many rotations did they say?
36. But
36.
The thing is, the TK armor, like, why would they have it locked away? So they I guess it was Palpatine's.
Well, maybe it was that was like one of the storehouses kind of places. You know what I mean? Like, because Palpatine's like ready to roll stuff out.
Always.
Like day one. He's like, okay, I have this new really cool armor that I want to put on my my cannon fodder.
Really neat.
It's really it's Macquarie inspired.
God, if they ever bring in Macquarie's name and they like kind of like make him a canon Empire guy, I'd be pissed. Because that is not my.
Oh no, don't make him an Empire guy. No. It's got to be someone defecting from the Empire to the rebellion, right? Like a propaganda.
Oh, I agree.
Or something. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah,
but I mean,
Moff Macquarie.
Moff Macquarie. Yeah, former General Macquarie.
You're welcome.
No, I did think it was cool that like they had so many Clone Wars homages in this one, and it was very subtle. Like the line, of course, good soldiers follow orders. Like it was like it was said really nicely. And I think it's really impressive that this episode managed to make Crosshair, only the second episode, have another full complete arc. Like made him realize, because Cody left last time, and this time Mayday is like, but like, these stormtroopers really aren't anything no different than we are, and they're being the ones that are being forced to retire. How cool is that opening line? The guy was like,
Yeah.
we're
Oh, dude, those troopers just kind of walking. It was just, oh man, knowing full well that in just like 5 years they're gonna be basically like homeless and everything like that. Kind of like that one
and
in
Kenobi,
right? Just oh god, it's more real world than you want to believe.
100%.
It's
100%.
But it's brutal. It's brutal. It was. I love the canon implications. I love that this show is becoming. This is the rise of the Empire. Well, it is. It always has been. This is the rise of the Empire from the perspective of clone troopers, and that's honestly, I think, the best people to tell that story through.
I agree,
right? Because
with Clone Wars, we got so much of their story, and now we're getting the payoff to some of the stuff we've been, seeing now in new canon. Like,
a lot.
In particular, like all the cloning stuff. Now that's really coming full circle with Mount Tantus, and then we've got whatever's happening to Crosshair, which I know everyone's speculating Crosshair is like the actual prototype for like the Death Trooper, I guess science experiment. So like that's almost coming to fruition now towards the end of this episode.
I saw that, and I also saw some people saying, "Oh God, are they going to make him one of those clone assassins?" Like that one, which could also be like that could be a proto Death Trooper.
There you go.
As well.
That's true.
Yeah,
just programmed, and like this whole episode, you're watching Hunter and Mayday go through some like serious stuff, and that
Crosshair and Mayday.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. Yeah,
listen, we're so excited for. We're so excited. I heard a leak that we're gonna see. Listen here, you heard it here first. Here's a scoop. We're gonna see Hunter's boobs in Tipping Point.
Wow,
so
they're beautiful.
Yeah.
I want to see Echo's boobs. I want to see his gray breast. No, I do think it's important though to like really, I guess, look at where Crosshair's been through. So not only with the most recent one, he watched a commander he had respect for have to resign and leave and go AWOL. Now this one, he is with a commander he's never met before, who is an incredibly, I guess you could say respectful. I don't know what you would call him, but an incredibly
not respectful,
not respected either.
I believe the proper term is hoity-toity.
No, I'm saying Mayday. I was gonna say Mayday being.
Oh, Mayday! I thought you were. I'm sorry.
With.
I thought.
No. The one.
My bad.
The one he's.
I thought you were talking about the lieutenant.
The one that Crosshair is partnered with. Mayday being kind of like a, he was a commander just as much as Rex was, as much as anyone else was. And like you get introduced to a new one, and like as you're watching these two characters bond just over the fact that they're being clones, especially with the mine scene was insane. Like the mine, like where he has his foot in the mine. I'm sitting there like
he's just having a conversation. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like Mando was great, but this whole thing was so much more intense than Mando, just from those kind of scenes alone.
What has been?
Good
like
Lord.
The last 2 weeks have been like, it's like, all right, here's the nice fun adventure with Mando, and now let's look at the depths of the depravity of the Empire with the Bad Batch. Fun animated adventure for kids, guys. Here we go.
It's not as this sounds so me, and I don't mean to sound this way, but it's not
listen, we want you to sound like you. Okay?
Not as fucking wordy as Andor was. Andor was just like the whole show is like
this man called it wordy.
I mean, like it's so like it's all vernacular. It's all just like wordy. Whereas
there's some good words in there, but yeah.
But it's so
it's a show don't tell.
Yes,
kind of show with Bad
Batch. Exactly. Whereas Andor was a tell don't show. A lot of it was tell don't show, which is well done. Yeah. It was well done.
Andor is a prestige drama with a lot of really well written monologues.
Oh, some of the best.
Really well written. Which it's basically like you basically get Nimic's entire manifesto. Basically, you could write your own manifesto out of all of the dialogue that you get from Andor and everything about why fascism is bad. Yep. But yeah, no. But I like this is a more
quiet.
Yes, it's more storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds bad. It's a different type of storytelling. It's a more it's it's what people tell you. It's like what really kind of good filmmaking is show don't tell. A lot of people, or that's what you typically want to do. Andor was going for something very specific, obviously, but this is definitely that show don't tell. This is what we're gonna do. Like you're gonna bond with these characters. You're gonna see them bond. You're gonna become enamored with Mayday, which I was immediately like just from the day when he said his name's Mayday.
Instantly.
Also, and we have like the same hairstyle and beard. I was like, all right, my boy Mayday.
Here we go. Wait a minute. Yeah. That is interesting. Hold on, let me pull a picture of Mayday now.
But don't because I mean,
wow.
It's just, similar.
My brain for a second, Jerry, was like, at least to me, that's a very dark image of him. My brain, Jerry, was instantly like, wait, is this a character I forgot about? Because in Clone Wars, they drop. Yeah. I mean, they introduce.
They're always
60,000 characters in that show, and like
they introduce so many clones that they bring back later. And like I'm just now on my 5,000th rewatch, getting some of these characters and everything.
Yeah, Jerry, hold on, I'm gonna pull you up big.
Almost.
We're gonna do a side by side. You ready? Here we go.
Push my hair back a little more.
I say, Jerry, scoot over in the frame. All right.
Hold on.
Dude, that is kind of good, though. If you were, like, from New Zealand.
I was going to say, that's the only thing is this is, listen, like, we already have enough trouble with the Bad Batch. Like, they make them look very pale a lot.
They do.
So we don't need me cosplaying Mayday, but I do love the character.
I agree.
And he's got very good hair and a nice beard. Let's just say that. My beard looks like his in the snow as well, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just super thrilled that we got a new character. I was waiting to see what they were going to do with it. I like that they're going against pirates with no faces, and like the pirates are actually pretty clever, or the bandits, whatever they called them. They were pretty clever bandits. They were actually very problematic, and like they pretty much won. Like, besides getting literally the guy, what was that dude's attitude with getting with 2 bits of cargo, whereas they had a whole warehouse of stuff? That's the one thing that made me so mad. And I mean, that's the Empire.
That's the Empire thing. Yeah. That's the Empire is that equipment is worth more than your life. So I don't care if you make it back. Bring back that stuff.
Our equipment.
Yeah. They could literally just go, like, you go dig it out with your space lasers or something. Like, just go get it. If you want it, go get it.
How did you interpret? I know they mentioned like there are deadlier things out there in this episode, but how did you interpret the bird in the sky? What was your interpretation?
The buzzard. So that they were calling that the ice buzzard in the subtitles.
Oh, okay.
And this is what I guess this is my symbol for. This is my hand signal for subtitles. Subtitles. But they they we're calling it the ice buzzard. And I actually wrote down, so it's only the only character that notices it, except for one time, is Crosshair. It is noticed the first time it's Crosshair. Second time it's Mayday. Mayday draws his attention to it. And Mayday says, let's see, vicious creatures, but you have to admire them. They find a way to survive.
Oh, okay.
So it's, and I think that is it represents, my interpretation was it's representing Crosshair's kind of loyalty to the Empire, his resolve, like he thought he was doing what he wanted to do, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But I mean, now it's the entire season, like even in the Solitary Clone, he is. You can tell when he's waking up to that alarm, it feels like honestly, it felt like me waking up to go to work.
Yeah,
and everything. It's like, well, here we go, another day, another dollar.
Yeah.
And then he goes. He's not getting the respect he deserves. Rampart was treating him like dirt already. And then you've got in here again, people treating him like dirt. So I just think it represents a little bit of his, like, I think his survival instinct kind of a thing,
Well,
Like
and it's
his
also
that's more his thing than just being a good soldier. Is he's kind of a survivor,
no matter what. That's true, and I also interpret it as like no matter what, someone's always out to get you. And like as much as Crosshair thinks he's a lone wolf, he was bred to be a teammate. And like vultures obviously feed on the dead. And like, I mean, think about this. The very end of the episode, I mean, you witness a clone commander die, which was brutal. Because here's this dude carrying him all the way. He
carries him all the way, and he's alive right till that
a
last second.
Maskless.
So listen, as someone who has had to walk from the door at work to my car across a huge parking lot.
Oh, I couldn't imagine.
Like, I don't know how he survived.
No.
I'm just saying. And I mean, it's just it's a show. It's it's TV and things like that. But that was the hard part and everything. He didn't have his helmet. He was going off there. When he sat down and started shivering, like with no
helmet, I was like, Jesus, dude! Like
he pulls Mayday closer, and I'm like, this is so sad.
Yeah,
it's so sad. But yeah, no, that vultures he's talking about symbolizing death. So it's following. Was it? Hey, Buck. It's circling. It looks like it's circling Crosshair the whole episode. You know what I noticed at the end this time is after he shoots down Nolan, which by the way, I screamed. I screamed. Yes.
Oh,
like,
I bet.
In the morning. Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And but you see the shadow of the vultures start to circle the command Lieutenant Nolan. So it's almost like, is it like almost like to make you maybe think, oh, maybe we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's supposed to represent the future being uncertain for Crosshair.
That's true. Okay,
kind of a thing.
But also, you know what else? You can think about it. How I interpret it. I mean, this is the science brain of me. We know vultures are detrivores, which mean they eat dead thing. That's part of their diet. All they do is eat dead things. And like, you have to realize like the Republic is dead. And like everything these clones stood for is now dead. And not only are they dead, but they're getting eaten alive by the Empire. Like they are quite literally so far removed from anything the Empire wants at this point that they might as well be dead. And like, and you know what's funny? And this is the worst part is Mayday's death is almost better than Crosshair's life at this point. And the fact that he killed that clone commander and then he wakes up somewhere in a weird space. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, she had a Kaminoan or a cloning patch on, right?
That was he's on Tantus, or he's on
Tantus. Got Planet 99.
Have they confirmed that the planet is Wayland?
Yes, they did.
Or is it just Mount Tantus? Okay, so he's on Wayland and Tantus. In Mount Tantus. He's in there. So what I mean, obviously we're setting up. They're all going to meet. We're gonna we're gonna have a big confrontation there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayday's armor was so cool. Okay. Buck, I understand what you're saying. He did make his bed, like, to a point. Yeah, I think that he has made his bed and he has to line it, but I think that's what he's been dealing with. I honestly think this is what he's been dealing with the whole season. I think he's been, since Camino, I think he's realized what you're saying. He made his bed, he has to lie in it. Yeah. I think he wanted to go with them. But he chose to stay because he's like, no, this is me. And this is the episode, again, that vulture symbolizing, nah, bro. Like, you're not
you end up like everyone else. You end up like everyone else.
You are just going to die here. They do not care for you. This is his rock bottom, right? That's why that when he finally like kills an Imperial officer, that's the turning point for him, I feel like, where he's like, nah, I'm done with this. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I'm out.
Done. I don't need to do this anymore.
The planet Tantus. We'll have to. I'm gonna have to look that up because
I'm genuinely thrilled.
That makes sense though.
To bring it up again, we've been eating with this show. Literally, I'm gonna be real with you. If Mando didn't come out, I would still be so happy watching this shit. This is some of the best Star Wars TV animation wise we have ever consistently. And I'm not saying season 7 wasn't good. I'm not saying season 1 of Bad Batch wasn't good. I'm not saying Rebels wasn't good. But I'm gonna be real. Every episode has like hit since February 8th. Every episode has hit on such a strong level from February 8th, literally to even the tribe was. I'm not gonna lie. The only episode faster may have been the only like truly just like fun. Just
pull that back up again real quick.
Yeah.
So Spoils of War, Ruins of War was a pretty good
amazing.
Intro to the set. Then we got Solitary Clone, which was at the time. Remember how many times there's been 3 different groups of episodes this season that people have been like, this is the best Star Wars animation ever. And it makes Michael McBoy mad every time. I'm gonna out him right there. I'm gonna say it makes him mad every time. He's like, I have to watch the Bad Batch, but it's always good. It's always good. It's always good, baby. But faster. We had some fun with Entombed, but it's still even like the ones they're like a fun adventures still have. It has those stakes. It has those like I've been listening. I don't listen to Star Wars podcasts, but I've been listening to a little Force Center recently, and Joseph and Ken have been saying, they've kind of every episode they've kind of gone and seen the horrors that are, if not directly created by the Empire, created from the situation the Empire is putting the galaxy in.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And it's and now we are to the point with the Bad Batch where we've got Hunter last week saying, nah, F it, let's send this stuff to Rex and Echo. We got to get in this fight, because this is bad. This is getting really bad.
They're done with I already forgot her name. I almost called her Roz. They're done with Roz is from Bounty Hunter.
I mean, we're close.
Yeah,
you didn't file your paperwork, Bandana.
Bandana. Sid. Sorry.
Sid.
That being said, we do have to wrap in just a moment, but through and through,
Scotty's got a hard out.
I got a hard out. I got a hard out. I got a hard in, and I'm very, very excited that I get to play with some hard stuff. Anyway, I love getting to experience this show with you week to week. I love having people come and join us in the chat. I'm thrilled. Like I said, we've got 1, 2, and then a double episode. So we got 3 more weeks of Bad Batch. I'm kind of sad, if I'm gonna be real. Pabu.
I'm sad too, Pabu. Especially because Pabu. We've been looking. How long have we been looking forward to Pabu?
For a minute.
It has been at least since I think the Solitary Clone. It's gotta be at least since maybe faster. Maybe it was faster.
Pabu.
I think since faster we've been like, what the hell is Pabu about? Pabu might become a character on the show. On Bombadcast.
Watch Pabu be nothing. It's like a code word. Just like for once.
I'm so excited to text you next Wednesday morning and be like, oh, Pabu! Pabu!
We are blessed. And even if some episodes fall flat in some areas, I'm literally thrilled that we get to wake up a new Star Wars, much less. I mean, like this season alone, we've gotten Crosshair literally, I guess, go against the Empire at this point. We got freaking Mazamita. We got like somewhat pod race. We got pod race. We got
Palpatine coming in and saying Stormtrooper really dramatically. It was great.
Imperial Stormtrooper. So we're very fortunate that we get to do this and have everyone join us. And of course, for those that don't know, every Thursday, Bombadcast will be talking tomorrow with Joe Organa. Oh my God, who's gonna be on Bombad Gaming in 15 minutes?
Double the Joe, double the fun, double the trouble, maybe.
That's right. With Joe Organa, Jared right here. You'll see Jared in a second. Jared as well, and of course Michael McBoy. So tomorrow is gonna be fun.
Don't watch tomorrow nights. Right now, it's gonna get.
Don't blow your load at once. Anyway, I love all of you. Jerry, thank you so much for coming to talk and hang out and doing this. I'm glad we could do this together tonight.
Cheers,
we have a show
my
together.
man.
It's like we have a show together or something.
We do a show. Yes, thanks for having me.
Show.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Great.
No, in all honesty, I guess we need to wrap. Jerry, let's get a good Stay Bombad, and we will see you for Pabu. I can't wait.
Stay Pabu. Stay Bombad.